It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. In this game, we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, they've talked about the importance of starting fast, playing with energy right off the tip. Let's face it, no team likes to play catch-up if they can avoid it. We'll see how it works for them tonight. And tonight, we get to see DeAndre Jordan. Kenny's come a long way since being drafted in the second round back in 08.
Man, I can't believe he's been in the league over a decade. That's amazing. Either you're getting old or he's
I'm not getting old. I'm not aging at all.
One of you guys are getting old. But he went from a project to an NBA All-Star.
Excellent defender, excellent rebounder. Most of his points come within 5 feet of the basket. Drafted in the second round. But guess what? Kenny's got that $200 million.
Wow.
Thanks for joining us.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A breathtaking view of the New York City skyline is taken from the Empire State Building. We're coming to you live from Manhattan. It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we know Russell Westbrook is a fearsome competitor, but he says you never know how long you'll be able to run like this or jump like this, so I go for it every time. I may look angry, but it's the only way I know. Yes, you look angry. Kevin?
Yeah, he's special, D.A., absolutely. Thanks. And featuring two of the best bigs in the league, Brent, how impactful is the center position now compared to the way it used to be?
Well, one of the things that I think people are still dealing with is just how divergently different the center position has become in the game. And to think that these guys, in what they're asked to do, has just as much importance of the Patrick Ewings, the Akeem Olajuwons, the low post, big-time scorers back to the basket. The modern-day center, Kevin, isn't doing that. It's a roll to the basket, rim protection game, and there are some elite ones doing it now.
Wired a little bit differently than guys of the past.
They have to be. On top of that, some of the teams are even asking those players, obviously, to step out and shoot the three-point shot. So modern-day game, modern-day play.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Thunder 5 right now. Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. The forwards, George and Grant. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot.
Well, PG played his first 7 seasons in Indiana with the Pacers and guided them to 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances. And that playoff PG moniker that he came up with, it holds true if you look at the numbers. And when the Pacers were about to rebuild, I think Paul George let them know that he was willing to move on to continue his career somewhere else.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Knox. Back to Hezonja. And that one, good. Hezonja's got the first points of the night for the Knicks.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And that one's good, George.
And Paul George in the mid-range area, just dominating that possession.
Dotson kicks to Jordan. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Adams, some nice D. And there's the feed to Grant. Here's Robertson. There's the pass to Westbrook. Over Moutier, and the first shot of the night for him missing. That shot off. It's a tie game in New York. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me in my darkest days. I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
And I felt like in that first period, the difference really was their ability to execute offensively.
Yeah, so you move the ball around, you move your guys around, then you find good shots. That's a healthy recipe to build a good lead.
Dennis Smith is out there with Trier. Then there's Vonleh. Then it's Robinson. And it's Ntilikina in at the 3 slot. They're the group New York will start the second with. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for the Knicks. So it's the Knicks now. Here's Trier, and he converts the layup. Trier's got the lead up to 2 now for the Knicks. Billy Donovan has faced a tough job in Oklahoma City, Brent. Star players leaving town, some even criticizing him after they left.
The circumstances of Billy Donovan moving off of what he did at the University of Florida and making that a powerhouse Division I basketball program. It's been very interesting to have Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant to begin your career, and then pushing that team to almost beating the Golden State Warriors, losing in a Game 7 to losing Kevin Durant. Billy Donovan's seen a lot in the early part of his career. The hopes is that he continues to grow and learn. Really happy with the hire of Billy Donovan and what he brings to the table in terms of his basketball acumen.
The first free throw is good.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Cornette's checked in, and Allen subbed in for Trier. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Felton's checked in. And Greg Paul George, the league leader in steals and deflections in 2018.
And Frank Vogel, who coached him at Indiana, said he always thought PG had Allen Iverson's instincts in Scottie Pippen's body. He's talented enough to disrupt without gambling.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Dotson. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Dotson's got his first basket of the night.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here's Felton. Adams. Outside for Felton. 5 to shoot. Over Allen. Nice shot by Felton.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
Allen against Felton. Pass to Knox. Tipped away. Stolen by George. Got it!
Whoa.
He got it! What a shot!
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
He's excited.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder out in front, up by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, on offense, I like to see them play inside out more. Attack the basket, generate easy points. And then once the defense collapses, kick it out to the perimeter for open looks. Trust me, I know. Rick Fox, Big Shot Bob, that's all we did.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
The incredible view of One World Trade Center rising high above New York City. Welcome back, everyone. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Paul George really making a difference here.
And you know he's going to come out aggressive, and you do what you can to slow him down, and thus far it hadn't worked because he's been amazing.
Even though we expect this kind of stuff from him night after night, it doesn't make it any less extraordinary to watch it in person.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. The forwards, George and Grant. Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. And it's Adams in at the center. There are a lot of guys that can just blow right by you. They turn on the jets, and they're as quick as a hiccup. And there are some guys with that quick first step that they're a blur.
I love watching Damian Lillard in Portland when it is that he has one of those, most of the games he has it going, but one of those games where he's really got it going, and the way that he can get around a pick and get into the hoop. Damian Lillard, explosive. Put Kyrie Irving, put John Wall's blazing speed on that list. And sometimes Goran Dragic, the way he weasels into a lane, and I mean that in a good way, finishing off.
No, I like that word. That's a good word.
He's fantastic. So we have tremendous explosive point guards who get the job done. And Sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players have ever been as competitive as Michael Jordan, but you think Westbrook may be in that conversation?
No doubt about it. The similarities don't end there. The surreal athleticism, the will to dominate, and that fight, finding grudges to motivate them to their highest level. I think there's a kinship in how MJ and Russ approach the game.
And that one falls for Westbrook.
Well, a familiar sight. Westbrook gets his way back to the free throw line. I mean, the way he attacks his opponent, they're going to be forced to foul him time and time again.
Now, here's Moutier. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Clock at 6. Shot to stop the run, and the layup is up and in.
Not the biggest guy of the 10 on the floor, but showing big heart on that possession.
Right side, Westbrook to the wing right side. Schroeder looking over the floor. It's rebounded by New York.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And now, here's Hazonia. Here's the 3. Moutier, no good. Outside Westbrook. Over Moutier. Misses there.
Nice shot contest for Moutier there that threw the shooter off.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Thunder lead by 8. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
so helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And so here is New York, trailing here by 8. Jordan is out there with Knox. Then it's Dennis Smith, and it's Ntilikina in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And it's the combination of athleticism, speed, and intelligence Smith Jr. has that's so impressive. Just a dynamic point guard with loads of potential.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Oklahoma City leading by 8 to the paint. Felton can't get it to go.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
Now here's Westbrook. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Good on the 13-footer.
Well, that's a shot that Westbrook has learned to use well. When he's hitting that one, it's going to open up some lanes later in the game.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're down by 10. There's 1:26 left in the fourth. The Knicks making a switch here. Cornette's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what David Fizdale said to the team. He said, guys, I know you've worked hard. I know you're a little tired, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath, and let's get it done. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within single digits. Ferguson's checked in for Raymond Felton. And good on the second, so he makes them both. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City leading by 8. And here's Westbrook. From about 16, Jordan with the rebound.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
Some defenses are okay with giving up the mid-range shot. In this case, they contest it.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They've led by as much as 10. Ferguson kicks to Westbrook. Nobody near George. A three-pointer off the mark. Absolutely critical chance right here.
They need this one to go their way.
Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Cornette. Adams defending. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Azania, he's checked in for New York. Udier comes in for Ntilikina. And a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Robertson, he's checked in. And he commits the intentional foul.
Shooting 2.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Well, there's no doubt he's known for defense and rebounding, but you have to admire the work Robertson has put in improving his shooting stroke.
And he ends up missing both free throws.
Time working against them here.
Got to grab a quick score and a foul, and even then, it might be too late.
Money!
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
So important to just stay poised, go through your routine. He did a good job there of just keeping his composure and putting those 2 away.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
And he's been dialed in from the field, Kevin. Good on over 60% of his attempts. They've been working the ball around well, and he's benefited with a lot of open looks. And boy, has he made the most of them.
Here's Knox. Passes it to Dotson. From outside the arc. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. And we did a good job of all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Great effort at both ends, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time